Okra is one of the most nutrient-rich vegetables you can eat. It's packed with vitamins, minerals, fiber, and powerful antioxidants that support overall health. However, many people simply boil or stir-fry it, and that's not the best way to preserve its natural nutrients. Today, I'll show you a simple cooking method that helps retain more of okra's nutrients while making it tender, flavorful, and incredibly delicious. Once you try this method, you may never cook okra the old way again. Let's get started. First, prepare 500 grams of fresh okra and clean it thoroughly. Although okra is highly nutritious, many people dislike preparing it because of the tiny hairs and natural sticky coating on its surface. These fine hairs can trap dust and dirt during harvesting, transportation, and storage, so simply rinsing the okra quickly under running water may not be enough to clean the surface thoroughly. Today, I'll show you a simple cleaning method using common kitchen ingredients. First, place the okra in a large bowl. Add 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Then pour in enough clean water to completely cover the okra. Stir the water until the salt and baking soda have dissolved. Next, gently rub the okra with your hands. The salt helps clean the surface, while the baking soda helps loosen small particles of dirt and residue that may still be clinging to the skin. Be sure to rub gently rather than vigorously, as scrubbing too hard can scratch the delicate skin and reduce the okra's natural freshness. After rubbing, let the okra soak for 5 to 10 minutes. This allows any remaining surface impurities to loosen more effectively. Then, gently stir and rub the pods against one another once more. You'll notice that the tiny hairs on the surface become cleaner, making the okra more pleasant to prepare and enjoy. Next, rinse the okra several times under clean running water. Continue rinsing until the slippery feeling from the baking soda is completely gone and the rinse water runs clear. Finally, transfer the okra to a colander and let it drain thoroughly before cooking. With just a few simple steps, your fresh green okra will be much cleaner while still retaining its natural crispness and freshness, ready to be transformed into a delicious and nutritious dish. Next, let's prepare the aromatics, the ingredients that give this dish its signature flavor. Start with 4 to 5 large cloves of garlic. Crush them gently with the side of a knife, then mince them. When garlic is crushed and finely chopped, its cells are broken open, allowing the formation of allicin, the natural compound responsible for garlic's distinctive aroma and flavor. That's why minced garlic always tastes more fragrant and robust than sliced garlic, making the sauce much more flavorful. Next, prepare a few hot chili peppers and slice them into thin rounds. If you don't enjoy spicy food, you can substitute them with 1/2 of a red bell pepper instead. You'll still get beautiful color, a touch of natural sweetness, and a version that's suitable for both children and older adults. Now, take a few green onions and finely chop only the white parts. The white portion has a mild sweetness and a delicate onion aroma, making it perfect for stir-frying with the garlic. Place the minced garlic, sliced chilies, and chopped green onions on a plate and set them aside. Now prepare a small bowl to make the sauce. Add 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon chicken bouillon powder, optional, 1 teaspoon sugar, to balance the flavors, 2 tablespoons soy sauce, 1 tablespoon oyster sauce, 1 teaspoon cornstarch, 100 milliliters water. Stir well until the cornstarch is completely dissolved. With just a handful of everyday ingredients, you'll have a rich, lightly thickened sauce that coats every piece of okra beautifully, making the dish flavorful without being overly salty or overly sweet. Next, transfer all the drained okra to a large mixing bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of cooking oil, then gently toss the okra with your hands or a pair of tongs until each pod is lightly coated with a thin layer of oil. Don't skip this simple step. That light coating of oil helps the okra maintain its glossy appearance, vibrant green color after steaming, and prevents the surface from drying out. As a result, the cooked okra looks more appealing and retains its naturally tender, crisp texture. That's perfect. Now place the okra into a steamer with the water already at a full boil over high heat. Arrange the okra in a single layer, avoiding overcrowding so the steam can circulate evenly around each pod. This helps the okra cook evenly from the outside to the center. Once the water is boiling vigorously, cover the steamer in steam for about 3 minutes. There's an important reason why I prefer steaming over boiling. Okra contains vitamin C, folate, and several B vitamins, all of which are water-soluble nutrients. If okra is boiled for too long, some of these vitamins can leach into the cooking water. Steaming helps reduce that nutrient loss because the okra isn't submerged in water, while also preserving its bright green color, natural sweetness, and pleasantly crisp texture. While the okra is steaming, let's prepare the sauce. Place a pan over medium heat and add 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. Once the oil is hot, add the chopped white scallions, minced garlic, and sliced chili peppers. Stir over medium heat to prevent burning, allowing the garlic and scallions to slowly release their sweet, delicate aroma and build a rich, flavorful foundation for the entire dish. After about 30 to 60 seconds, your kitchen will be filled with the irresistible aroma of freshly sautéed garlic. Now pour in the prepared sauce mixture. Stir continuously so the seasonings blend together evenly and the cornstarch doesn't form lumps. Continue cooking for 1 to 2 minutes. When the sauce becomes slightly thickened, glossy, and lightly coats the back of a spoon, it's ready. There's no need to cook it until it's too thick. The rich color of the soy sauce, combined with the aroma of garlic and oyster sauce, creates a simple yet incredibly flavorful sauce. Turn off the heat and set it aside. At this point, the okra is perfectly steamed. Just look at it. The pods are still beautifully bright green, smooth, glossy, and completely intact without splitting. These are all signs that the okra has been steamed properly. Because it was steamed for only a short time, it retains its naturally crisp, sweet texture while helping reduce the loss of water-soluble vitamins compared with boiling. Now remove the okra from the steamer and let it cool slightly. Next, place the okra on a cutting board. Using a knife, trim off the tough stem ends. The stems are quite fibrous, tough, and contribute very little flavor, so removing them after steaming makes the finished dish much more enjoyable to eat. Keeping the stems intact during steaming acts like a natural seal, helping retain moisture and preventing the characteristic mucilage inside the okra from escaping during cooking. This helps the pods keep their attractive shape, prevents them from splitting, preserves their vibrant green color, and maintains their pleasantly crisp texture. This is also a technique many professional chefs use to keep steamed okra looking beautiful while preserving its texture. Now gently pull each pod apart along its natural ridges using your hands. There's no need to use a knife. Simply open each pod just enough to expose the inside while keeping its attractive shape intact. This simple trick allows the sauce to soak into the inside of the okra instead of merely coating the surface. As a result, every bite becomes much more flavorful. It's another technique many chefs use to make the dish both more beautiful and more delicious. For older adults, okra is an especially valuable vegetable to include in the diet because it's tender, easy to chew, easy to digest, and pairs well with a wide variety of dishes. Now, gently drizzle the hot sauce evenly over each piece of okra. The aroma of sautéed garlic, soy sauce, and oyster sauce immediately fills the air, blending beautifully with the fresh, natural fragrance of the freshly steamed okra. The okra has retained its vibrant green color and a pleasantly crisp texture without being tough. With your first bite, you'll notice the thin, slightly crisp skin, followed by the naturally sweet, tender flesh inside. The signature silky mucilage gives the okra a smooth, pleasantly velvety mouthfeel that makes every bite incredibly enjoyable. The rich, savory sauce seeps into every slit in the okra, creating a perfect balance of light saltiness, gentle sweetness, and the irresistible aroma of garlic. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave a comment below. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your relatives and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.